Hey, what's happening, everybody? My name's Hemo Necrophagia, that's Hemo for short. And thanks for checking out my video on the Cronus Zen here. Give it a like, dislike, subscribe, whatever, and let's get on with the video. Been looking at I recently got my Cronus Zen in the mail. And I bought it, unfortunately, for one purpose and one purpose alone. And that's to use motion controls with, say, use motion gyros and other controllers for consoles that those controllers aren't for. Such as saying, take the Nintendo Switch controller and using that controller for the PlayStation 3. So, because, let's be honest, DualShock 3 controllers aren't exactly very common to get anymore brand new, and honestly I would much rather use a brand new controller than get a third-party controller that's nothing close to the original controller. Point is, I would like to use my higher quality controllers to play the motion related games on the PlayStation 3. So I figured, yeah, okay, it says on the website that Nintendo Switch controllers, which is Wireless Pro and Joy-Cons, are compatible with Zen. All special editions and variations of the official Nintendo Switch controller are compatible with Zen. What is the Zen? The Cronus Zen is a controller dongle adapter that is supposed to let you use controllers on different systems, and it does do this. However, it has very obvious limitations that I have run into. I will try to cover, at least I've encountered a few limitations so far, and not a lot of people are talking about them, frankly, because they're getting drowned out by it. Because Zen has been very slow to get out. You see right here, due to COVID-19, USPS deliveries may take up to 10 days longer than expected, but not just that. I have been waiting for my order for 4 months. So I just got mine, to start playing around with it and all that, and some of the scripts work. It's got a little studio program with it that you can put in scripts and whatnot. And, you could do turbo, pretty much anything that you could do with the program REWASD, you can do with the Zen. And I've seen quite a few posts already of people asking, if I'm a computer gamer, should I buy this? Which my answer for that, no. Look, if you're a PC-only gamer, do not buy a Cronus Zen. You don't need it. There are so many different programs out there that do everything the Zen does. The Zen is best used. It's exactly what it says. It's console gaming without limits. Yeah, you can use it for the computer if you want to, but you're wasting your time if you are using it for computer gaming. Do not bother. That's a waste of money. It is $100. That's not even including the shipping, okay? So that's one thing that you need to be aware of. You do not need this for computer gaming. If you're a computer-only gamer, you have no interest in using a mouse and keyboard on a console, a gaming console, anything not a computer. All right, you have no interest in that. You do not need a Cronus Zen. Don't even do it. It's a waste of money in that regard. Otherwise, look, it does remap the controller properly to other systems. It does accomplish that. It does do the obvious basic minimal, which is adding turbo to a non-turbo controller. You can get some aim assist. It just corrects the jump and recoil on a gun. And yes, that is cheating, because you're having the controller do it all for you. Turbo has always been, I wouldn't say turbo is cheating, because a turbo button just presses it as fast as what the game will allow. I have never really seen a turbo function exceed what a game would normally allow in its engine. And just in-game, if you can normally press the button as fast to shoot, say, and I'm gonna fuck this up somehow, but I'm gonna try to give an example. 100 rounds per minute out of the AR in Halo, just by pressing the button really fast. That's the maximum that the game will allow you from pressing that button as fast as you can. The turbo, then, it's not going to exceed that limit. However, it will allow you to continuously fire that weapon at that speed just by holding the button down. That is the purpose of the turbo. Is so you don't mess up your buttons and have to just press the damn button over and over. You just hold the button down, and you can focus on other things like aiming and jumping and all that while you're holding the button down. It's no big deal. Turbo has been around since the frickin' original Nintendo. I don't know how people have fits about that. It's like, look, everybody can get turbo, okay? There's turbo on everything. Everybody has turbo. It's all out there. If you don't like other people using turbo, go buy turbo, okay? Otherwise, if you're on a computer, it's like I said, there's programs, alright? Read WASD. I'll leave a link in the description. Go look that up. If you're a computer-only gamer, go look that up. Or if you love playing computer games, you don't even have to be a computer-only game. Look, the point is, check it out. It's a good program. I use it all the damn time. I use it for everything. You use it for keyboard and mouse, mapping it to controller keys for a game if it uses controller only in a game. You can use it for mapping controller buttons to your keyboard. Or so that you can emulate the keyboard on your controller. Play games that only allow keyboard and mouse. Or you can do turbo all that. Anyway, getting back to the Cronus Zen. So, yeah, it says it supports all this, blah, blah, blah. And are there any other images of it? Let's check. Oh, here we are. You get your digital controller mods, driving, total freedom of choice, ultimate control. And it's got some USB connections on the side of it, here and there. You got your end that you plug into the computer. On the back of it, there's one for the console. The left side, there's a controller authentication port where you would plug in the normal controller if it has to be a wired controller so that the console can recognize a controller that's not normally used for it. Like, say, you want to use a PlayStation 3 controller on an Xbox 360, that kind of thing. Just an example. Anyway, so what's supported a lot of these controllers that people are having problems with lately? Well, that is motion sensors and a lot of newer controllers. Like the PlayStation 3 controller here, you have the gyros and accelerometers. Gyros and accelerometers. I can't fucking talk today. Says it's supported. Right there. Along with headset audio being no. Rumble, yes. Bluetooth, yes. You do not have to plug it into the dongle. You can connect it via Bluetooth if you want. I have not gotten that to work, but I think that's because my controller has battery issues, and I'm kind of limited to the cord right now. Hence why I'm saying, I'd like to be able to use my Switch controller with the PlayStation 3. Cronus Zen supports most PlayStation 3 original licensed third-party controllers. They can be connected to all compatible gaming systems with full mod and GPC scripting capabilities. All special editions and variations of the official Sony DualShock 3 controller are compatible with the Zen, so they can be used with the Zen. They do not require authentication to be connected to the USB port, so you can do Bluetooth. Now, something to point out here. Does it say anywhere on this page that the controller will work with the software natively? Do we see that anywhere on this page? It says it's supported, so we can assume that it's supported by the device, that it will work with the device when you run it on there. I don't see it. I don't see anything here that says whether or not the motion control will work on anything other than a PlayStation 3. So all compatible gaming systems. What are compatible gaming systems? Well, naturally, we would think PlayStation 3, right? We're going to look at the Switch controller next. It says pretty much the same thing here. Connected to all compatible gaming systems with full mod, blah, blah, blah. And you see the normal Joy-Cons there. As we're going down the list, it's yes all the way down. Everything is yes, and that includes the gyros and accelerometers. And that does include Wireless Pro next to Joy-Con. Official Nintendo Switch controllers, which I have and I use. Then we have some third-party here, which are to be confirmed right now. And the HoriPad says Bluetooth. I don't have a HoriPad. I don't have either of those, so I'm not really going to get into that. But do we see anywhere on this page that says what the gyros will play with? Whether or not they are going to even work on their base system? Anywhere at all? Does it say it? As I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. It sound like a dick here, but I don't see anything that says that connected to all compatible gaming systems. What can we assume is compatible gaming system? Cronus Zen supports most Nintendo Switch original and licensed third-party controllers. Most. So we assume the normal controller that can be connected to all compatible gaming systems with full mod. Let's see here. Controller setup, game packs, and scripts. That's odd. I don't see anything here. Hey, racing wheels? What about unsupported devices? What about compatible consoles? Let's look for that. Oh, here we are, gaming systems, right here. So, it should work with Xbox Series S, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch. But is that the controller, though? Or is that the Zen? Let's see, Nintendo Switch. Cronus Zen fully supports the Nintendo Switch, including Joy-Con controllers. Connect your favorite Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and Wii controllers, including the mouse and keyboard. So it says right there, connect your favorite controllers. Anything here that says motion or gyro or accelerometer? See, all methods of controller connectivity are supported, including wired, hardwired, or mini USB. Just plug it into the dock. Just to check and make sure. We'll see here. Oh no, no gyro on this page. What about motion? No. No. Not anywhere on the Switch page. What about the PlayStation 3 page? Let's check that. Let's see. Oh, oops, wrong one. My bad. Gaming system, PlayStation 3s. Here's all the PS3 supported. All methods of controller connectivity are supported, including wired and wireless. Do we see motion? No. Gyro? No. Nope. Don't see it. So, no mention of motion support. Let's go to the Cronus page and see if there's anything on it here. Cronus Zen main features, crossover controller point, mouse and keyboard, blah blah blah, mod scripts and macros, racing wheel. No gyro. What about motion? If I can actually spell motion properly. Nope. No motion on this page. Nope. What about DualShock 3? DS3. Nope. Dual. There's DualShock 3 wired and wireless under licensed controllers. But I don't see anything on this page that says it allows motion controls. Yet, back here on the controller page, it says that the main supported features include the gyros and accelerometers. So what does this mean? It says the feature is supported. But does it say anywhere that it's playable with it? Does it say anywhere on these products that we can play it? Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? Message here from Reddit user.
Name and address withheld.
His post is broken gyro with Cronus Zen on the Cronus Max page on Reddit. It says, hey everyone, so I've had a Cronus Zen for about a yearish now, so I could use a DS4 DualSense controller on my PlayStation 3. The issue is, the issue I'm having is that when the controller is at anything other than a 90-degree angle, it indicates that two of the... He meant to put gyro. It says Grio. Two of the gyro axis inputs are being detected, so for games that use gyro, it can become unplayable. I've contacted support about this, but haven't heard back from them since the 18th of June. And I'm running out of ideas. I didn't notice the issue before, because the games I played didn't use gyro. I've tried reverting to different firmware on the Cronus Zen, flashing the firmware to the latest, factory resetting. The works. If the controller has gyro, which the PS4 and PS5 controllers do, it's a problem. I could, in theory, use a Xbox controller due to the lack of gyro, but then those sections would become unplayable. I'm mostly just at a loss and have run out of options to fix it myself. Any help would be much appreciated. Of which I put, I'm having a similar issue on PS3 with Killzone 2 and Lair, but I'm using a Switch Pro controller. Something is very off here with the company. I gave him a vid link to my old video, a video I posted about a day back of me having some issues on PS3, with my official forum post on the Cronus Max forum page, which leads, regarding gyros and accelerometers, I looked through the supported controller functions and did some digging on Reddit for anything related to gyro accelerometers, features related to Cronus Zen. Nobody appears to have them working with consoles they are not meant for originally. PS4 with Switch, Switch Pro with PS3, etc. My question is, though it says the features are supported, does it imply, developer intention-wise, that they are supported for their native systems alone? Or can they be used cross-platform? If cross-platform is yet to be supported, this is important. This is important information for the customer. I hope to hear from someone soon. Thank you for your time. Of course, I have not heard anyone back on this yet, and I don't think I will. After looking through those pages there, I don't think we are going to hear back from it. And also, you're going to see later in this video exactly why even more, because I've had some interesting feedback when not only testing two of motion controllers on cross-platforms, but on their native platforms, of which I could be doing something wrong. It's entirely possible, but this is all I have right now, and I'm gonna show you exactly what happened. Let's get into that. So you're gonna have to excuse the drop in quality for these clips. I had to do it with my phone camera to be more legitimate on it, to show where everything is and what I'm using. Please excuse my desk mess too. I don't normally show my desk on camera ever. As you see, I got the Sony DualShock 3 hooked into the Zen. And I've got Splatoon 2 running, which is a motion-supported game. Going into the device manager there, you will see that it is showing the PS3 pad. For some reason, it's not showing the console connection. I was having some issues with that. And here I've got the inputs and outputs. And as you can see, the PS3 gyros are moving when I move the controller. Now going back into the full screen, my capture software here with the controller, you can see I'm moving the right stick. Everything's moving with the right stick. Hitting the trigger there, everything's moving proper. Let's skip ahead forward a bit. Here I'm going to turn on the motion controls. And now, normally you'd be able to move the controller, but here, no matter which direction I push the stick, it's facing down. Just facing down. That's the only direction it will continue to face. So, PS3 controller test failure. Did not work at all, so we're going to move on to the next one. As you can see, I've got my Switch Pro controller. This is a first-party Nintendo Switch original Pro controller. Yeah, it's got a different color, it's Metroid, whatever. Anyway, as you can see, the motion controls are working as I move it. Pressing the trigger, turn the little squid guy. Turn the motion control off, and stick's moving as normal. So nothing was stuck like the PlayStation 3 controller. Just to show you that everything is working right, we've got the Switch accelerometers and whatnot. I've got it up on the device manager, and it's showing the different Switch accelerometers and gyros are moving and whatnot. So everything's working properly. It's hooked into the Zen now. And this is where things get interesting, because as you can see, everything works normal without motion. But what's curious is when I turn on the motion on the Nintendo Switch controller for the system that it is meant for. It is a first-party Nintendo Switch controller meant for the Nintendo Switch, and it is running through the Zen dongle. Same as the PS3, it is now stuck in a downward view, and it will not move in any direction, no matter which way I move the right stick. It is stuck in that direction, here I have we are back with the Sony PlayStation 3, and I have the PlayStation 3 controller without the Zen hooked up to the console with a layer running to show you that the controller actually works. Anyway, so as you can see, the controller actually works. Everything's moving like it's supposed to with the DualShock 3. Everywhere I move the controller, the dragon on the screen moves. So now, we're hooking it into the PlayStation 3 through the Cronus Zen. Same game, same controller, through the dongle, into the PS3. And as you can see, all the accelerometer and whatnot, all the motion is moving, as you would expect it to. So everything's being read proper, you'd think. And now actually going into the game, we get another curiosity here. What's interesting is, nothing works in the game now. In fact, instead of moving down, the dragon just goes up. And it keeps going up. Everything else works. Buttons work, everything works. Well, except in-game. In the menu, I can press X, start, all that stuff. But it's stuck in an upward position. It doesn't want to do anything else. So, nothing is supported. I think we could safely say right now that the motion gaming, the gyros, the accelerometers, on those pages, nowhere does it say that they are guaranteed to work, or on the page does it say that it is a part of the feature. It just says that, pretty much, I'm assuming that what they meant with these notes is the dongle can detect it, and that it possibly can be scripted in the future or whatever to work with the dongle on another system. But right now, there is no such support. There is no support for this, which is why I put this video together for everyone who's confused, all the people on Reddit, on Discord, coming in. Everybody's looking on this page thinking that it's a one-and-all solution for all your gaming problems, if you're a collector like I am. For all your gaming problems, it's a one-all solution for all your Bluetooth consoles, blah blah, which apparently it's not, okay? You can take it works on its basic level. If all you want to do is play non-motion required games, which means no Breath of the Wild, no Killzone, okay? Any game that has to have motion to complete it, you cannot use with the Zen right now. Which, if I'm wrong on that, I welcome someone to come and put in the comments on how it can be fixed. And I'll make a video on it when it's fixed, showing that it works. But right now, I have no evidence from anyone, anywhere, on any website, not even on the Cronus Zen pages, that the motion works through the dongle. I see no scripts that let you do it. I've seen scripts for the old Cronus Max product. And the most that did with motion related was it let you remap the accelerometer features for 6-axis onto all the motion and gyro on the 6-axis pad to your right stick, so that in games like Killzone, if it's a third-party controller without motion, you can just hold the two buttons on the top and move the right stick, which was smart. That's something that would actually be useful on Cronus Zen if someone's willing to do that. Just give you a little function where you just hold two buttons down and the motion's on, and then you can get past the stupid parts of Killzone that, for some reason, just make you turn a fucking wheel. It's fucking weird. It's a stupid function. Anyway, we're not going to talk about Killzone right now. Anyway, point being, you can't use the Zen for motion gaming. It's not going to happen right now. If you are like me, and you wanted the Zen for motion gaming, do not buy it. It's $99. It is not worth it for that purpose. However, if you want to use your Xbox controller on your Nintendo Switch, if you want to use your PlayStation 3, your Switch Pro on a Nintendo Switch, your PlayStation 3, really depends. As an all-in-one solution, it can let you play your controllers on multiple consoles, and by all means, buy it then. But if you're, say, I don't know, you're just wanting to use your Switch controller on your PlayStation 3 only, you don't have an Xbox, a PS4, you have a Switch for some reason, and a PlayStation 3, and your PlayStation 3 controller broke, and you don't care about motion, there are better alternatives out there. There are already dongles available. I'll even link one in the description that actually works. Because I actually do have a dongle for the PlayStation 3 that I use my Nintendo Switch for. And that is the JYS adapter. I'll probably make a video on it in the future. But, yeah, that's everything you need to know about motion gaming on the Zen. I hope this answered your question. I hope this saves you $100. If you were looking for something like this, and you still are, more than likely, you don't want, just steer clear of it, okay? And look, I'm gonna repeat it again. I'm gonna repeat it one more time, just in case somebody skipped over it. Do not buy the Cronus Zen for computer gaming. Don't. It's a waste of money. It's not for the PC, okay? It's not for you to play games on your PC. Go buy REWASD. It's a lot cheaper. It gives you all the same damn functions. You can get scripts and all that shit for the program for your computer. You don't even need a dongle. You just plug it into the USB, plug your controller in, and you can map all the keys and all that shit yourself. Simple. It even natively works with PlayStation 4 controllers, PlayStation 3, you name it. It works with just about every controller out there. Well, except the, fucking fighter pad for Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that thing is. The freaking PowerA fighter pad, it doesn't work on computer and doesn't seem to show up anywhere, but I'll figure that out in the future one day. Anyway, yeah, thanks for checking out my video. Give a like, give a dislike, subscribe, share it with other people if it helped you. Leave some comments. Tell me if you have any questions. Maybe I can help, and I'll see you in my next video. Later.